semangat kolaborasi dalam setiap langkah kami, serta menjadi komunitas. ADCO, learn to elevate. inovasi dalam setiap langkah kami, serta menyajikan melalui komunikasi. ET Asia, learn to elevate. ET Asia, learn to elevate.
Baik, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, salam kebajikan bagi kita semua. Selamat siang, rekan-rekan peserta semuanya. Selamat datang kembali saya ucapkan di Practitioners on Stage yang diselenggarakan oleh ET Asia. Selamat datang bagi peserta yang saat ini sedang menonton di YouTube dan tentunya kepada rekan-rekan peserta yang sudah hadir bersama kita semua di Zoom kali ini. Perkenalkan, saya Haliza yang akan menjadi moderator hari ini dan tentunya saya berharap kepada rekan-rekan peserta bisa selalu sehat dan semangat untuk mengikuti sesi kali ini. Karena pada episode sebelumnya, ketika kita sudah berbicara berkaitan dengan mengapa pentingnya untuk bisa menguasai hukum korporasi, dan pada siang kali ini kita akan membahas lebih mendalam berkaitan dengan how to expand your connection, the art of good communication, di mana topik kali ini tentunya akan lebih membahas mengapa sebagai seorang praktisi hukum atau in general sebagai seorang profesional memiliki networking yang baik ini menjadi sangat penting. Dan oleh karenanya untuk menguasai dan mengekspansi koneksi kita dibutuhkan adanya seni dan menguasai seni dari berkomunikasi yang baik. Dan pada kesempatan kali ini sudah hadir bersama kita semua Bapak Christopher Johnston selaku Business Advisor di ADCO. Halo Pak Christopher, selamat siang.
Halo, selamat siang.
Selamat siang Bapak, terima kasih banyak sudah hadir bersama kita pada hari ini. Namun sebelum kita berdiskusi lebih lanjut, izinkan saya untuk mengingatkan kembali kepada para peserta berkaitan dengan Rules of Session yang menjadi Rules of Session yang akan menjadi di webinar kali ini. Yaitu yang pertama, kami mengharapkan kepada rekan-rekan peserta untuk bisa mengganti format namanya menjadi nama lengkap strip institusi. Kemudian apabila tidak ada kendala teknis, peserta juga dimohon untuk menyalakan video selama sesi berlangsung. Selama pembicara memberikan materi, peserta juga diwajibkan untuk mematikan audio dan tim admin Zoom berhak untuk melakukan mute audio terhadap peserta yang tidak kondusif. Peserta juga dilarang untuk mengirimkan pesan yang mengandung unsur sara ataupun mengganggu kenyamanan peserta lain atau pembicara dan moderator, baik via mikrofon maupun kolom chat. Dan bagi para peserta, baik di Zoom maupun di YouTube, apabila ingin bertanya, boleh sekali untuk menggunakan fitur chat atau juga bisa menyampaikan pertanyaannya secara langsung dengan terlebih dahulu menggunakan fitur raise hand. Dan sebagai permintaan izin, kami juga akan merekam semua proses selama sesi berlangsung. Baik, kepada Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, untuk mengawali sesi hari ini, tentunya sebelum kita berdiskusi lebih mendalam, maka izinkan saya juga untuk memperkenalkan pembicara kita hari ini, yaitu Bapak Christopher Johnston melalui penayangan video berikut ini.
Christopher Johnston, Business Advisor at ADCO. Christopher Johnston is a Business Development Director with proven accomplishment and skills, leveraging off solid experience at prestigious companies. Christopher began his career in the Securities Department at Jordan Fleming in 1999 and has also worked in marketing and communications, business development, and business advisor. As an expert in his field, Christopher initiated a program to create an insurance practice at a corporate law firm from 2014 to 2020. He also managed to assist the China Life from 2020 to 2021 in increasing sales by sourcing new opportunities and making introduction to key insurtech companies, and created a business development program at a corporate law firm to engage foreign geothermal power firms on 2018 and successfully acquired 3 new foreign geothermal clients for the firm. Please welcome Christopher Johnston, Business Advisor at ADCO.
Halo Pak Kris, selamat bergabung di ET Asia. Selamat siang. How are you Pak Kris?
Selamat siang. Iya, kira-kira 100%. Terima kasih.
Baik, dengan demikian Pak Kris, dengan tidak berlama-lama lagi, saya persilahkan kepada Pak Kris untuk bisa memulai pemaparannya pada saat ini. Silahkan Pak Kris.
Ya, thank you so much. Terima kasih banyak atas kehadiran hari ini. Semuanya peserta, katanya peserta banyak banget. So I'm so happy to share my knowledge today. Dan hari ini sebenarnya saya mau memberikan presentasi which is actually contrarian. Now, I don't know if you are familiar with this term, contrarian. Contrarian, this means that this is the opposite of what everyone has always told you. So, for instance, at one point, everyone thought the world was flat, right? But maybe there was one person who said, you know what? I think it's round. Now, that one person, he's presenting a contrarian view. So either he's completely insane or he's smarter than everyone else. So I'll let you decide, yeah? Because I think what I'm going to tell you today will be quite surprising. We're going to be talking about the art of good communication and networking. But actually, I'm going to give you some ideas that mungkin ide-ide itu mungkin cukup luar biasa ya. Mungkin ide yang belum pernah mikir dan mudah-mudahan bisa ganti pola pikir kalian di situ. Mudah-mudahan nanti kita lihat. We're going to speak about, first of all, networking, communication and networking. Please go to the next slide, Alisa, and we will see that communication is actually the key of everything. You create yourself through communication. How do we know who someone is? We know through communication. So if you can control the communication, if you can master communication, you can basically create yourself. So this is the point today, is I'm going to explain how this is done. Obviously, we don't have enough time to explain everything. Tapi mudah-mudahan kita bisa mulai saya bisa kasih konsep yang dasar, and then ET has further courses in which we can explore further. Communication must be two ways. Now, this is very simple, but as we shall see, I'm going to develop this into a contrarian theory. The listener, we must listen carefully, yeah? The problem is that I find that when they communicate, it's simply one way, yeah? There's often these marketing events, and we see the people who go, and they're just pray and spray. We call this pray and spray. Mereka semprot-semprot kartu nama secepatnya, omong cepat, kasih kartu nama terus SMS kan, semprot makan SMP, semprot makan pulang. Yeah, they do it for the boss. The boss told them to give this name card, and they give the name card to everyone. Then they leave. Yeah, that's not networking. Yeah, that's pray and spray. So I'm going to propose to you a different way, and this is to actually listen to the other person. Stop talking. Stop selling, right? Listen. Because, you know, when you think of it, for a lawyer, if that is your ambition, is to become a corporate lawyer is not like, you know, a salesman, okay? Maybe you think it's that way. Because I think kantor hukum dewasa ini kayaknya ada tekanan supaya setiap pengacara dia menjadi orang marketing juga, ya kan? So that is the new challenge. They don't just want a lawyer who sits and nyusun memo, apa legal opinion, tapi harus juga punya bakat untuk marketing, untuk mengekspresikan diri dan nyari klien, ya kan? So how to do that, yeah? And that is the secret. So, you know, let's take something like sales. You know, we often talk about insurance, right? Insurance sales. They say insurance is not bought, it is sold. Artinya itu apa ya? Nggak ada yang bangun pagi dan mau beli asuransi, ya kan? Nggak ada begitu. Usually you must sell to someone, you must sell it. No one buys insurance, they are sold insurance. Now, I don't know if you understand, but that is an important distinction. But in law, that is not the way it's done. We don't sell the law. The law is actually, our services are requested. So do you see the difference? Yeah, the sikapnya jadi beda. Pola pikir mesti pindah. So what we're trying to do is do two-way communication where we're listening to the client. We're listening to the prospect. And this is not easy, you know, because itu perlu introspeksi dulu ya. Who are we? What are we selling? What are we offering? What do we have to offer? And if you continue with this course with ET, we will go through some methods. One of them is active listening. The other is mirroring. These are methods in order to create two-way communication and to project yourself and present yourself. And these are actually exercises that are proven, and they can really transform you. I mean, some people, when they go into this training, they come out completely transformed. So it's actually a life-changing sort of endeavor, because you might be quite introverted, but that's okay, because we have techniques in which you can learn to project yourself and to express yourself in these in various situations. Okay, tolong next, Haliza, kita maju ke networking. Now this is the key, because when do you do communication? Specifically, we're talking about networking. So networking is very misunderstood. I'm going to try to explain it because, frankly, I've been doing networking for the past a long time, yeah, maybe 20 years. Networking is not pray and spray. Yeah, networking is building a relationship. Sebenarnya apanya ya bedanya antara pengacara dan partner? Bedanya apa? Kalau kita mikir, I'll tell you, there's only one difference. It's networking. So think about that for a second. If you can network, then you are partner level. I mean, it sounds quite incredible, but in fact, I assure you that it is true. If you can network, then you are the partner. Why? Because you have the relationship, you bring in the client. So actually, it's the key thing. So I'm quite surprised that I rarely see courses. Jarang ya ada kursus mengenai networking. Saya jarang lihat ya. Tapi sebenarnya itu intinya ya, itu networking. So what is networking? To put it simply, let's say I want to get to Mr. S, right? I'm Mr. C, ya, Pak Chris. C, aku mau sampai S. Tapi sebenarnya saya nggak kenal dengan S. Tapi saya kenal dengan F. Dan F kenal dengan R. Dan R kenal dengan S. That, my friends, that is networking. Now, you think that's not possible. I can't imagine that. Well, if you have relationships, then it is possible. Believe me, it is possible. You can meet anyone. You can do anything. I remember, I can give you an example. Saya pernah ngajar di salah satu universitas namanya Atmajaya. Dan di situ ada satu mahasiswa dan saya titip di perusahaan Thailand. Dan dia sebagai marketing. Dan dia mungkin pada awalnya dia ada perlawanan karena dia bukan marketing, dia pengacara ya kan, dia belajar itu hukum. But with time he became more and more self-confident, and he was able to connect with people, and he was able to bring in clients. And then from there he went to a law firm, and immediately he was at a different level from everyone else because he had mastered the skill of networking. He had learned, and this was something that distinguished him from everyone else. And that is the key. In your speaking, in your manner, people know that you are the networking person. Yeah. Because honestly, most people, they don't know what networking is. They say networking, but they don't know what it is. But what if you are that person? What if it's you that can do this magic networking? Then you have the power, my friends. You are the person rising in the company. You are the person who brings the client. You are the key person. So this, if you wish to research, you can look at outreach marketing. So biasanya ada bagian itu, ada marketing yang mungkin lebih ke arah akademik. Yeah, you're writing articles, you're writing, you're writing a blog or something. But outreach marketing is more personal, and not everyone can do it. It's not for everyone. It's quite challenging. Yeah, it requires a certain personality, and you must be able to connect with people. Can you connect with people? That is the key. But can you learn this? The answer is yes. Please go to the next slide. So I'm asking you to make paradigm shift. Okay? Ganti pola pikir. Stop talking. Stop selling. Start listening, right? That is how you do it. That is the secret of networking. Networking is not speed dating, okay? Kadang-kadang kita suka mikir pakai metafora, ya. Dan kalau metafora speed dating itu sering pakai metafora itu. Oh, itu kayak pacar-pacaran, you change every 30 seconds until you find ada yang cocok. But that's not it. That's the wrong paradigm. Think about it. Because if you know business, you know that every company, they have a different decision maker. Who is the decision maker? Ada kemungkinan itu orang di depan kamu bukan decision maker. So you're doing your elevator pitch, you're selling yourself, you're hardcore selling. But what if that is not the decision maker? You think itu calon pacar, tapi ternyata mertua. Bisa juga mertua di depan kamu. Yeah, so that company person, they're not the right person, and they're listening to your hard pitch and everything. So I think they call that in law error in persona, yeah? Category error. So you must know what the game is. What is the game? Yeah, it's not speed dating, okay? Or if it is speed dating, remember, this is not your prospective mate. This is the mother-in-law. This is the brother. This is the sister. So hati-hati, but they know the one you want to meet. So this is the paradigm shift I'm asking you to make. If we use an image, kita mikir mungkin balap, ya. Balap ada apa? Ada mobil, tapi ada juga supir. So who are you? Are you the car? Are you the driver? Or are you the race itself? So think about that. Kalau sebenarnya ada satu orang di situ di acara itu, kalau mereka misalnya mereka nyari jasa hukum, okay, then you're betting on the race, right? When you're just spraying the pray and spray, you're betting on the race, right? You're betting that one person there wants legal services. If you just give enough cards, right, maybe you will find this person. That's betting on the race. Maybe your company is very well known, right? You're from a law firm, which is very big, then maybe you should present the law firm. I am from AHP, I'm from HBT. But maybe if you're a smaller law firm, maybe you should be betting on the driver. It's you. You are the driver, right? So always remember that. The paradigm. What paradigm are you in? What game are you playing? Is it chess? Is it boxing? What is the paradigm? Think in images, right? And what I'm telling you is that networking is not speed dating. Networking is your net worth. I mean, think of it like that. Networking is your net worth. It's not who you know, but it's who knows you, right? It's who you have a relationship with. If I call this person and ask for a favor, will they do it? Yes or no? And why not? If no, it means that you don't have a relationship, right? Your networking is not strong enough. You need to build relationships. And we will go into that, how to build the key relationship. Surround yourself with quality people. Okay, please, next slide. And these are some ideas, yeah, to get on the radar screen. Because, everyone's very busy. Let's be honest, I receive how many hundred emails every week? How many do I read? How many messages? How many alerts? How many links? How many memes? So many, hundreds, thousands. So the key is to get on the radar screen, how to build a relationship. And there are many ideas. Yeah, it depends on who you are. Are you selling the race? Are you selling the car? Are you selling the driver, right? It depends on your proposition. Who are you? What are your qualities? What do you want to project, right? But here are some ideas. If you are sending information that is useful, that is on point, if you offer opportunities, tenders, if you send tenders to a company and that company wins the tender, they will remember you. Yeah. You want to make friends, right? You're making friends. And how do you do it? Yeah, that is the key, is to build these relationships. And this becomes your secret weapon. And this is what makes you different. This is your secret weapon. I remember one time, if I can give you an example, when there was an Italian company that they were looking for legal services. And I was working at a top law firm. I was working at one of the top 5 law firms. But they said to me, no, we will only take an international law firm. So, okay. But I kept in touch with the client. I did not just drop the client, yeah. Langsung drop. Enggak. Saya lanjut, saya follow up. I was always there. I continued to follow. For 1 year, I followed the Italian CEO. And then one day he said, you know what, Chris? I just realized that for a land issue, we actually, we should use a local firm, because why use an international law firm for a land issue? But the decision maker will be in Jakarta for only 30 minutes. Would you like to meet the decision maker? She will be at the certain place. It was at Jakarta Expo for 30 minutes. You can meet her for 10 minutes. I said, yes, I will be there. So I went across town, I met her, and she talked to me, and I convinced her. I said, yes, I mean, why use an international law firm for a local issue? And she agreed. And so we got that contract, and it was a very large contract. So when I think about it, this really, it proves my method. I mean, for me, the method has worked. Because when you think of it, I have no connection to her. I have zero connection to her. She's from Rome. She doesn't know me, but I followed the networking, the secret. A went to F, then went to, S. But I could only do it because my connection with the company person was very strong, right? I had a relationship. If it was just someone who contacted him, hey, I want to talk to, first of all, the relationship must be good enough that he will think of me, right? That's the thing. He has to think of me. And that's not easy. So this is the challenge. I know what I'm saying. It's not for everyone, right? This is a method. This is something which is not taught, I think. I think if you go to university, they will not teach this to you. They might mention, mungkin mereka sebut, tahu nggak, itu networking emang penting. Tapi sebenarnya, apa itu networking? Yeah, no one will tell you. There will never be a course. But strangely enough, this is the secret. It's not collecting business cards. Yeah, I'm sure some people, they have, stacks of business cards. Tapi ya pas kartu nama masuk di di menara itu, menara kartu nama itu udah hilang, udah nggak ada lagi. The key is a relationship. So yeah, sorry, I try my best to express this idea, and I know this is contrarian. Maybe you have never heard this, but it's something to think about. And the only commitment you need to make is to decide, yes, I will do it. Okay, please, Haliza. Next slide. This is a technique that we can teach at ET Asia. The cone of solitude. Okay, this is hardcore now. This is for the people who are shy. There is a method in acting, and we can teach this. It's called the cone of solitude. So this is the contradiction. When you're on stage as an actor, bisa bayangkan kan, ada artis dan ada sorot sinar, ya kan, ada sorot dan dia kainnya dalam bulat kan. So itu sebenarnya kayaknya dia sendiri, he's alone. Tapi dia di panggung di depan semua orang. This is the contradiction. He looks alone, he's in a cone of solitude, but dia di depan umum, di depan penonton kan. And this is a thought exercise, that you develop this cone of solitude, that you are always alone, right? You have the ability to enter into this mind state where you are calm, you are yourself, right? You connect with other people because you are yourself, you act like yourself. So this we call public solitude. So don't react, people are coming at you, don't react. You have your base, yeah? Your base in your cone of solitude. And this we have, it's easy to write this, it's more difficult to live it, to embody it, but we have exercises that we can teach you. And they are proven exercises that actors use, where you develop self-confidence. And this is the secret, the cone of solitude. And so you always have this level of self-confidence, and you take a deep breath, and you just be yourself. So if you are interested in networking, some people, they don't need this, yeah, they already udah pede kan, mungkin ada yang sudah punya bakat itu, sudah pede dalam segala situasi. Tapi kalau kamu orang pemalu gitu, there are techniques where you can master yourself, yeah? Because it's about connecting with someone else. There's nothing to be nervous about. You connect with someone else. And it's very profound. And it will change your life. I promise you. It changed my life. I started in theater and acting, and I was very self-conscious. But after you act, you have no more self-consciousness. You are a different person, and it's a great feeling. It transforms you. Yeah. Haliza, next slide, please. So this is another contrarian view for networking. I know your boss will tell you, he'll give you a box of name card. Sometimes your boss, he gives you a box. Ini satu box. Ayo, ada acara Brit-Jam di situ. Ayo. Okay, but this is a challenge. Forget it. Forget that thinking. Go find one person in that room who will be your friend, your contact, your go-to person. Now, this is an interesting thought experiment, okay? This is the opposite. This is the contrarian. Stop talking to everyone. Find that one person. That one person is there. And actually, every event, I think today might be the time when I meet this one person. And it has happened many times where kadang-kadang kita nggak tahu itu menjadi siapa. Tapi ada satu orang dan kadang-kadang kita klik. Mungkin saya kerja di kantor hukum dan orang satu lagi marketing, tapi jasanya kayaknya tidak bersaing dengan jasa saya. So kita mungkin kliennya sama, tapi jasa beda. That is the perfect friend, yeah? Maybe not a rug salesman or something, maybe not insurance salesman, but oftentimes like an accounting person, and I feel that they have this connection, yeah, that they also are a networking person. They have this capacity, and we've done lots of great things. Yeah, we have got clients together, we've done proposals together, we brainstorm together, we share contacts. And these people, I will do anything for them. They ask me for anything, I will do for anything. Yeah, I stop what I'm doing. They need this information, they need an opinion, they need a contact, I will do it. For them, I will do it. But they will do the same for me, I know. So think about that. Do it as an experiment. The next event, find that one person. They are there. They are there. They are your friend, your contact. They're just waiting to meet you. Yeah. Stop, talking to the room. Go into the cone of silence and find that one person that you can connect with. Okay. Next slide, please. Yeah. Thank you. I hope that I've given you ideas. You may not agree. You may disagree. But today I challenge you, yeah? I challenge you to test my ideas, to test my contrarian thinking. Yeah, and I thank you very much. Terima kasih banyak. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih banyak, Pak Chris. It's such a wholesome presentation. I think there are so many key essential skills that we never studied in low school or any formal school, I think. So ini kalau misalnya saya mungkin boleh membantu teman-teman peserta berkaitan dengan to conclude gitu ya dari presentasi Pak Chris. Which is so awesome, adalah Pak Chris tadi membawakan berkenaan dengan pandangan kontrarian, pandangan yang sangat berbeda dari pandangan yang populer gitu ya. Jadi tadi Pak Chris menyatakan bahwa salah satu hal yang saya senang sekali dari kutipan presentasi Pak Chris adalah networking is your net worth. Jadi if I can say this, lawyering itu mirip seperti entrepreneurship, I think. Jadi salah satu hal yang menjadi penting adalah it's not just about ketika teman-teman bisa mastering dari hard skill berkaitan dengan gimana cara untuk mengetahui segala bidang hukum berkaitan dengan masalah hukum, tapi if you are the smartest in the room tapi nggak ada yang tahu if you are smart enough, dan gimana caranya orang-orang bisa mengenal Anda, bisa mengenal lebih dalam apa menjadi ekspektasi dari klien, apakah jasa kalian memang dibutuhkan. So networking is very important, dan networking itu bukan hanya connect misalnya dengan orang di LinkedIn, kemudian that's just it gitu ya. It's way deeper than that. Ternyata it's about who knows you, siapa yang akhirnya mengetahui betul-betul keahlian Anda dari rekan-rekan peserta. Jadi menurut saya ini sangat-sangat menarik gitu ya, ketika kita berbicara berkaitan networking, ternyata banyak banget tekniknya. Tadi kalau misalnya saya boleh kutip, tadi harus mengenal, kalau misalnya satu box kita dikasih kartu nama sama kantor, jangan sebar begitu aja, don't pray and stray, tapi juga bisa tahu targetnya, apakah orang yang Anda berikan kartu nama Anda, let's say seperti itu bisa berguna untuk maybe brings you a client, seperti itu. So thank you so much Pak Chris for presenting it to us and sharing the wholesome knowledge to us. Jadi mungkin silahkan kepada para peserta yang ingin bertanya kepada Pak Chris berkaitan dengan networking ataupun berkaitan dengan communication, karena tadi Pak Chris juga sempat bilang communication is a key gitu ya. Boleh sekali kepada Pak Yuda Purnama, saya persilahkan terlebih dahulu. Baik, bentar. Apakah sudah bisa di-unmute, Pak Yuda? Sebenarnya suaranya belum terdengar. Oke, sudah. Silakan Pak Yuda.
Okay, thank you very much for the attention. Good day, Mr. Chris.
Good day.
That's our sound with the knowledge. I think that about relationship. I have a question. How can we make like a community that's the same of thing and vision like that?
I think it's a very good idea to make a networking community, because what you could do there is you could have two objectives. So number one objective would be to do education, right? So you're there to share, and then bagi pengalaman, bagi tip dan trik, and then at the same time you also network. Kamu langsung ada di lapangan kan, langsung bisa networking. So if you can create such a club, I think there might be something like Toastmasters, but Toastmasters is different. There is a club, I don't know if it's still active in Jakarta, but I remember before COVID, maybe Bapak sudah tahu itu Toastmaster, yeah, but they make a speech, yeah, making a speech, and then they take turns. But I think networking is different, yeah, Pak, and I think many people might be interested because they've never thought, is there a way to learn? But I think there is, Pak. Yeah, I think it is valid.
Apakah dari Pak Yuda ada pertanyaan lagi atau sudah cukup?
I think that's very clear, and thank you very much for Mr. Chris and Mbak Halisa. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Oke. Terima kasih banyak Pak Yuda atas pertanyaannya. Selain daripada itu, saya persilahkan kepada Mas Yonatan untuk bisa menyampaikan pertanyaannya.
Baik, terima kasih Mbak. Thank you, Mr. Johnston, for the excellent presentation. I'm Jonathan. I'm from University of Pembicara. Currently, I'm an undergraduate law student. I want to ask you two questions. My first question is maybe more practical, but I want to ask from your experiences as a business advisor. What kind of communication preference does that client or businessman prefer? Is it short but dense advice, or comprehensive and long advice? And my second question is, you said that we have to stop talking and start listening, but of course we can only listen all the time. Eventually you have to speak, right? But how do we know when the right time to speak is? Thank you.
I think the client would rather have a longer communication, but there's a famous saying in English. There was a famous writer. He once said, "Sorry, I am writing a long letter. I did not have time to write a short one." And that is very profound. He did not have time to write a short one because when it's short, it's actually short but sweet. Yeah, ada intinya. So actually, good communication should be short and simple. And the Americans are very good at this. The Americans are very good at simple, clear, and it's hard to make something simple and clear. Actually, it takes a lot of work. Lebih gampang bikin yang panjang kan, kamu buang semua, you just say everything, put it all there. It takes a long time to kayak artis, ya, kayak bikin seni. It takes a long time to do something short. So actually, I think in the modern world, it's best to do short bullet points, just very short. As for the second point, sorry, what was it? The communication, should it be, when do you listen and when do you speak? The answer is that it's not that you don't speak. Jangan salah paham. Bukan maksudku itu kita nggak buka mulut, ya, harus. But when I say start listening, it artinya itu harus utamakan mendengar. Yeah. So you speak, of course, you must speak, but you listen to what he's saying, because the danger is that we just talk and we talk past each other, you know. So always listen before you speak. Ya, terima kasih.
Baik, terima kasih banyak Pak Kris. Mungkin dari Mas Yonatan, apakah ada pertanyaan tambahan? Or is it enough?
Yeah, I think it's enough. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnston.
Oke. Terima kasih banyak juga Mas Yonatan atas pertanyaannya. Selanjutnya saya sebelum berpindah ke Bapak Rifandi, izinkan saya untuk membacakan ada satu pertanyaan dari YouTube Pak Kris dari Bosga Hutagalung. From a foreigner's perspective, what are the key Indonesians need to be trustworthy in correlation with building connection with foreigners? Silahkan Pak Kris.
Okay. Yeah. What are the key characteristics and aspects? I think it's hard to say, because when you say foreigners, you know, there's so many different cultures. Is it Korean? Is it Japanese? You know, is it British or French? So that is key. Maybe that's key, is knowing the culture of the person. I think that if you're responsive, though, I think that is the key. You know, I try to always answer right away. When someone sends a message, you answer right away. Maybe in the past we could, you know, we wait a few weeks or something, but people expect an answer immediately. This is the Generation Z, the millennial, they expect instant satisfaction, you know. I don't know why. Maybe it's the Gojek phenomenon, you know. Someone says, I want a blue pen in my hand right now, you know, then they order Gojek, then they can do it. So I think kita mesti turut, kita mesti adaptasi. So I think that responsiveness is the most important. Even if you don't have the answer, you just indicate, okay, thank you for your email. I will get back to you ASAP. Just let them know that, just communicate. I think that's the key, is constant communication. Always have communication open. If you don't answer, the client will go somewhere else, right? He has many other lawyers. There's so many lawyers now. Pengacara kaya kacang Garuda, ya, banyak banget. He can just go to another, or click on a different link, or open his email and ask someone else. I think you must be responsive, or you will disappear.
Great answer Pak Kris. Jadi paling pertama adalah gimana caranya jadi responsif gitu ya. Balasnya secepat mungkin, even if belum ada jawabannya gitu. The important things is to let the clients knows bahwa pesannya sudah diterima dan sudah diproses gitu ya.
Betul. Ya.
Oke, thank you so much Pak Kris. Selanjutnya kita silahkan Pak Rifandi. Saya persilahkan kepada Bapak. Apakah suara saya sudah terdengar?
Hello.
Baik, Bapak.
Hello, Mr. Chris. Good day. I'm Rifandi. I am an employee from the state-owned company in Jakarta in sector construction. Okay, my question is, do you have any tips about how to make some people in the group discussion to bring them to the same perspective of us? Do you have any tips for that? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Pa. That's a very good question. And it's not my specialty, yeah, to influence people, yeah. That's not me. That's not me. I am the service provider, you know. I provide the service. You're talking about changing their mind, yeah, influencing. Maybe like I said today, yeah, saya mau ganti pola pikir semuanya. Mungkin Bapak juga bisa. You must find the way, yeah, and it's often a contrarian thing. You make people think differently. You bring an unusual perspective, Pat. You bring something that they never considered. That will shift their paradigm, yeah. You need to make paradigm shift. Yeah, we call this paradigm shift. Yeah, that is what you are trying to do, Pat, and it is an art. Yeah, it is an art, but I think you can do it, Pat. You can do it using this technique, the contrarian technique, Pat. You must find the contrarian way. Batu sandungan itu jadi batu loncatan, ya kan? That is the magic, Pak. I think you're on the way, though. I think you can do it.
Oke, thank you so much Pak Kris for your answer. Dari Pak Rifandi, apakah ada pertanyaan tambahan atau sudah cukup?
Can you explain that contrarian method in one example, maybe, if you don't mind?
Well, yeah, very mystical, Pak. Like I say, like I explained today. Today I gave you a contrarian view, and I hope that I have succeeded. I have changed your way of thinking, right? Before you thought networking was meeting people, giving your name card. Now I have changed, I hope I have changed your point of view by giving you contrarian. So now actually we have the same point of view, right, Pat? Is that not correct?
Oh, okay. I take a note. Thank you, Mr. Chris. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oke, thank you so much Pak Rifandi. Kepada Bapak dan Ibu peserta, baik di Zoom in atau yang sedang menonton di YouTube saat ini, apabila ada pertanyaan lebih lanjut, boleh sekali untuk disampaikan seperti biasa melalui kolom chat atau juga secara langsung seperti tadi dengan menggunakan fitur raise hand terlebih dahulu. Pada saat ini ada message yang masuk kepada saya dari Ibu Ainul. Saya izin bacakan kepada Pak Kris. What is the key to maintain relationship with others? Pak, mungkin ini sudah sempat dibahas tadi pada saat presentasi, but maybe you can elaborate it more about the key to maintain relationship. Silahkan Pak Kris.
Yeah, this is a good question, and it's difficult. Siapa namanya yang nanya itu? Siapa namanya?
Ainul namanya.
Ayul.
Ainul.
Yeah, Ayul. Aidul.
Iya, betul, Ainul.
Ainul. Oh, yeah, Ainul. Yeah, Ainul, I don't know you, so I don't know who you are, but for me, it is very easy because I am a people person. Yeah, I am a people person. And I became that way because of, my early life, I think. And I was in the theater, and you learn to love people. So for me, it's very easy. It's very natural. So I don't know who you are. So, it might be, it's hard to explain to you because I don't know exactly who you are, but if you are a people person, then it's very easy because you enjoy being with people, right? You love being with people. And so to keep the relationship, actually, it's not a job, ini bukan beban, itu just me, just natural. I'm always out, I'm always with people, ngopi, jalan-jalan, always go to event. Maybe you can try that, if you wish to become more active like that, and explore this part of your personality. If you have this part of your personality, you can explore by going to more and more events and meet different people. I like meeting people that are completely different from me, completely different, because maybe they give me a different contrarian perspective. They're totally different, and I like to talk to them. I think this is what you should do. You should go to some events and meet people who are totally different from you. Meet some Japanese executive and learn how he thinks. What does he, what is important to him? How does he think? How does he act? And you will collect people like this, and then it will be easier and easier to interact with people.
Thank you so much Pak Kris for the answer. Semoga ini menjawab pertanyaan dari Ibu Ainul. Jadi intinya adalah to maintain, jangan dipikirin ini sebagai satu pekerjaan yang rumit gitu ya. Don't take it as a burden as your job gitu. Tapi caranya pelan-pelan untuk bisa maintaining sama orang-orang, the relationship tadi yang sudah disampaikan oleh Pak Kris. So thank you so much Pak Kris. Maybe pertanyaan dari Ibu Ainul menjadi pertanyaan terakhir dari diskusi kita pada siang ini. It is such a fruitful discussion. It is always nice to discuss with you as well, Pak Kris. So thank you so much for coming to our session today. But before we close the webinar, I would like to also welcoming you to give us a closing statement about this topic. Silahkan Pak Kris.
Yeah, please don't think that this is some mystic Zen thing. I'm afraid sometimes when I talk, it's like, Yoda or something. like some mystic, some secret. It's not. It's actually exercise, just exercise. And there is a method for networking. There is a method for self-confidence. There is a method for personal power. And if you trust ET Asia, I think you can learn the soft skills like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Kris. Terima kasih banyak kepada Pak Christopher dan tentunya kepada rekan-rekan peserta yang sudah bergabung bersama kita pada hari ini. Terima kasih banyak atas waktunya dan mungkin apabila saya bisa mengkonklusikan dari semua diskusi kita pada hari ini, bahwa sebetulnya teknik berkomunikasi, kemudian cara untuk kita networking itu ada pelajarannya gitu ya Pak Kris. There is a technique, even if misalnya kalian merupakan seorang introverts, maybe you are still self-conscious, tadi yang seperti Pak Kris bilang, there is a technique for you to create and to create a network and expanding your network. Karena salah satu hal yang menjadi penting ini bukan cuman hanya sebagai praktisi hukum ya Pak Kris, tapi di berbagai macam professional level, di berbagai macam pekerjaan, communication dan networking adalah sebuah kuncinya. Dengan demikian saya mengucapkan terima kasih kepada Pak Kris dan tentunya saya juga ingin mengingatkan kepada para peserta bahwa di kolom chat sudah ada form feedback yang dapat diisi terlebih dahulu sebelum meninggalkan ruangan Zoom ini. Dan untuk mengakhiri sesi webinar kita, saya mengundang kepada seluruh peserta untuk bisa menyalakan kameranya apabila tidak terkendala dengan teknis. Silahkan kepada Bapak dan Ibu sekalian, akan saya tunggu tidak lebih dari 15 detik. Baik, sesi foto akan saya mulai. 3, 2, 1. Baik, sekali lagi. 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you so much for your time, Pak Kris. Once again, it's such an honor for having you to speak here. Dan terima kasih juga kepada para peserta yang sudah meluangkan waktunya. Dan tentunya sebelum menutup pada kesempatan kali ini, saya juga ingin mengingatkan kepada Bapak dan Ibu untuk tidak ketinggalan dengan informasi terkait isu-isu hukum terbaru serta webinar dan training yang sangat insightful dari ET Asia. Jadi boleh sekali untuk mengikuti lini masa kami ada di Instagram di @et.asia. Kami juga hadir di LinkedIn dan YouTube yang saat ini sedang live stream. Dan bisa tentunya untuk melihat berbagai macam subscribe YouTube kami juga yang menyimpan banyak diskusi dan informasi yang berguna bagi Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Dan tentunya sehubungan tadi Pak Kris juga sempat feel sedikit berkaitan dengan training dan teknik method, bahwa apabila Bapak dan Ibu tertarik, saat ini ET Asia juga mengadakan level up essential skills soft skills for lawyer and legal practitioners yang tentunya akan membantu Bapak dan Ibu yang saat ini berkarir menjadi seorang lawyer atau praktisi hukum untuk mengakselerasi kemampuan berkomunikasi, gestures, personal branding, dan professional business etiquette yang tentunya sangat berguna untuk meningkatkan karir. Apabila Bapak dan Ibu tertarik, silahkan untuk bisa menghubungi kami, ada di Instagram, atau juga bisa menghubungi admin kami di WhatsApp, sehingga boleh untuk bisa berkoneksi dan bisa menanyakan lebih lanjut untuk dapatkan penawaran yang spesial. Dan oke, saya tutup webinar kali ini. Terima kasih banyak sekali lagi kepada Bapak dan Ibu sekalian. Mohon maaf atas kesalahan kata ataupun tindakan. Saya Haliza pamit untuk undur diri. Sampai jumpa di kesempatan berikutnya. Selamat siang Bapak dan Ibu. Terima kasih Pak Kris.
Terima kasih.
ET Asia. Learn to elevate.